excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast.
Now men, calling every Russian, I think you're coming!
I'm John. I worked at Burger King and I got some problems with his bullshit.
I'm Cobra.
It's funny that you both like really shitty movies.
Hello.
Oh, alright.
Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. I'm John.
Ben, and I hated this movie.
I'm Cobra, and I can't disagree with that.
And that would mean that I probably picked it.
That's 3 in a row.
Oh for 3!
You are...
That we're reviewing Paranormal Entity. I didn't agree
Just say
with
it.
you guys.
It's awful.
I didn't agree with you guys on the first two, but this one is worse than I remember.
Ooh.
So, I used to do a horror blog before I did any of this shit, and I reviewed this, and I went back looking for movies to put into that hat when ones that I've already seen, and that review was positive. So I'm like, but I think the review said something like, this is better than the Paranormal Activity sequels.
No.
I think it's better than 4.
Well, yeah. Well,
So
4 was just... At least that was entertaining.
this is not entertaining.
These actors are
all
just...
Do you know who
awful.
Do you know who the guy who's running the camera is?
No.
It's Dick Van Dyke's grandson.
Is that Thomas?
Yeah, Thomas. He's played
didn't
by
get the names.
Shane Van Dyke. Let me give everybody a little history of Asylum. I already gave Cobra one, so now he's got to listen to it again. I'm not going to go over the whole list this time, but basically what Asylum does is take big budget movies, or ones that made a lot of money,
Low budget, but were huge success.
and makes direct-to-DVD rip-offs of them. And some of them include, let's see here, Snakes on a Train, When a Killer Calls, Alien vs. Hunter, 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Alan Quartermain and the Temple of Skulls, and Transmorphers.
So, did they just not get sued because the movies are so bad?
Wait, hang on a second here. I have an answer to this.
Lawsuits everywhere. They're all
There
pending.
has to be.
Lawsuits and legal issues. American Battleship sued them because they made a movie called American Warships. The
I've never
Hobbit.
even heard of American Battleship.
The
I thought you were
Hobbit
gonna say
sued them
Battleship.
because they made a movie called Lord of the Elves. So those are the only two so far that I've been sued.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Wonder why porn movies don't get sued for, like, Lord of the G-Strings.
Yeah, or spoofs.
I saw the poster for that live action Aladdin.
I didn't know where
and
you were going with that, but...
it looks like
Not
a
worried.
porn parody of Aladdin.
Oh, the one with Will Smith.
Yeah, it's just like
As
5
the
dudes
genie.
standing around trying to look like what you know, but not quite. So, this is, you said it was what, 4,000 less to make?
I looked it up. I mean, no, this is just quick research. This one was made in 2009. Was this the same year as Paranormal Activity?
Or a year after, it was right around the same time.
Okay, but Paranormal Activity definitely came out, and they saw the money was being made.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
they do. That's
So this, they're claiming his budget was $11,000. Paranormal Activity, I've seen anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000, but not over that.
yeah.
But
So that's what's so, to me, that's what's so strange about this movie existing, is that they took a low budget movie and
Made it
made
more
a
low budget?
parody of it by being even more low budget. Okay, so what's going on in this movie is, well, actually, the very beginning.
Incest.
Yeah, there's some serious incest.
they
in it,
switched
actually.
up instead of just the couple
Mhm.
being haunted, it's a family being
Yeah.
haunted.
And this demon doesn't want to possess the girl; it wants to fuck her, pretty much. So,
In the guise of her brother, the sister
Yeah.
fucker.
well, at the beginning, you're right. It does say something about how the brother went to jail for murdering and raping his sister.
Yeah.
And there are so many leering camera shots in this movie.
Yeah, I
He's
texted you guys last night going, is this guy gonna sleep with his sister? Because there's something off about this guy.
Mhm.
He definitely saw her naked twice.
And he just-
sorry, sis.
Oh!
Zooms in with the kid. I swear to God, this thing is as close to a porn as we've watched as
It's
far
like,
as
get your
filming
boob
goes.
up.
Oh,
This looks like somebody
Come
filmed
on.
a porn.
New York Ripper.
Well,
Remember that toe?
oh man.
I'm pretty sure it was glistening when it came out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sick.
So the mom
Ellen.
She, her husband died, and I think she's been trying to make contact with him.
Yeah, it says she started, I think, just talking, and then she either read something or talked to somebody, and they said, "Oh, if you write."
She needed to find Patrick Ewing to read her tarot. Maybe he could
cards,
help.
yeah.
Or more.
But all he can do is just look at you. He can't really say anything.
He could barely make a hook shot.
But wait, what is this demon's name? Moron?
No, that's not.
Marin.
That's a word for.
M-A-R-O-N.
A word for nightmare.
Latin for nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. They never give its name. But apparently, by trying to talk to her husband, she called a demon into the house.
See, you're all over the place. How about night one?
Fine, what's night one? I'm just
You
giving
wanna
a
go
background
night
here.
by night?
October 3rd. Sammy, Alan, the phone rings.
This sounds like the script, pretty much.
Thomas is unemployed and asks if Dad is coming to see them.
Your
The
oatmeal
dad
looks
is
like
dead.
puke.
I wanted to punch this guy because
He was making
He's
a
an
joke
asshole.
about
Well,
the dead dad coming back because
also-
the mom's been trying to conjure him up.
it's one of these movies that they don't have a full movie to go the full 85, 90 minutes. So we just
A lot of shit that
it's
has
just a
nothing
lot
to
of
do
shit
with
that's nothing to do with
happens.
it. So we spend at least 3 minutes going room to room where this camera's on a tripod, got a 10-hour battery pack. Like, I mean, it is. And then he'll go to the next room and do the exact same thing.
This one's in the corner right here. Yeah.
You know what I'd love to see also when there's a cross on the wall? It not fall off one time and something else happen.
Oh my
To
God.
just
I
throw
read-
you off because that every time you see a cross in a possession
It
demon
flips upside
movie,
down and
it
falls
either
off the wall.
exactly. It does something that
I-
always happens.
I
We
read
know you're
that-
there, demon. We see you doing other stuff.
No, this is just IMDb trivia, but this was that shot was an ode to the first Nightmare on Elm Street, where the crucifix falls off Tina's wall. No
So-
body coming through.
So the person
wall.
watched a horror movie before. That's
Good for them.
yeah, way to go.
Yay! And there was my true choice.
I think the director of this movie is Thomas. I think he directed this, if I remember correctly.
What?
Let
The
me back
video
up
within
here.
the video or the
Directed
actual
by
video?
Shane Van Dyke, who plays Thomas. Yeah. So
Surprised Dick Van Dyke didn't make his grandson change his name.
exactly right. When I saw Van Dyke, I'm like, wait a minute. And I look it up. I'm like, no.
Isn't he Bert
If anything,
from Mary Poppins?
yeah, that was Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he's
chimney
cool.
sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
I haven't
he's
seen
really
it
cool.
forever.
If anything, he
And the
always
other
did
one
the.
was Luther, his brother Jerry.
Oh, from Coach.
Yeah.
He's so
The Van
good.
Dykes are way cooler than this guy.
If anything, Dick Van Dyke used to do the New Year's Eve, right? Rockin' New Year's Eve. He would
Is that
do
Dick
the.
Van Dyke?
I think it was Dick Van Dyke, wasn't it? Am I wrong on this?
Yeah, I think it was the robot guy. Who was that guy?
You're gonna say Dick Clark.
Dick Clark.
Oh,
That's-
that's Dick Clark. Never mind. I was gonna say have a slasher film if you want to make a horror film. Have a slasher film where they're killing New Year's celebrators, but that wouldn't work because
New Year's Evil. We watched that, man.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's just.
I meant
I'm evil.
I'm wrong on who I was getting
Are
Dick
you
Van Dyke and
crazy?
Dick Clark.
No, just evil.
It mixed up, but
Okay, so does anything happen? What's the first night something actually happens?
Night one. Bad stuff's
Yeah,
happening
it's,
in the scene. The glass breaks on the kitchen floor.
what? No, it came from over there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, their
camera goes
reactions
whoop.
are-
Oh, look how long a far shot that is. The glass just couldn't have. fallen.
Night two, the TV turns to static. Cross falls off the wall. The next day, they find the cross on the floor. They argue. And they look back at the film because they didn't believe that cross fell off
So
the
instead of
wall.
just looking back at the film, because you have cameras up to try to
They
catch
are,
this
yeah,
stuff.
they fight about everything.
Why would you
first.
fight about this first?
This is Paranormal Activity 2 right here. Where they have cameras everywhere in the house and they're like, just look at them. I'm not looking at it! Fuck
Well-
you!
It's more entertaining than this.
Oh, okay.
You're crazy.
And then the brother reads her diary.
This guy is fucking creepy. Just
Are we supposed to believe her?
I don't know. Like,
Is this about
okay, maybe
He's unemployed.
Maybe
He
the
just
reason
stays
that
home
they
and has
give
sex
us-
with his sister.
maybe the reason that they give us that intro is to put a doubt in our head that it's a demon and that he's just being an asshole. That maybe he did rape her.
Well, they don't do a very good job of showing us the demon throughout the movie. Like at the end, let's weigh this and see what we really think happened. Did the brother rape him and kill her, or do we really think it was a demon?
Thinking it was the brother. Like,
Yeah, right?
I'm thinking he set this. He's got enough little shit set up in his house. He could easily set up stuff to.
What if the brother was possessed the whole time? Kind of like
No, I don't think he's possessed.
Deal 2, the possession movie.
You know, now that I'm we're definitely reading too much into this. But now that I'm thinking about it, since we're going down that rabbit hole, when he's being attacked by the demon in the house, like it's chasing him and stuff, everything that comes at him comes this way. So he could very easily be pulling the door shut, pulling the bell off of the wall, and just like making it appear like he didn't. So later on, when he does what he does, there's video evidence that it wasn't him. It was a demon.
That's a long con to bang your sister.
Yeah, that's not what happened here, though.
I think he is trying to have sex with his sister. Scare her so much that there's a demon after her that she'll come in and fuck him.
Because that's how it works.
That's what he told her, I think. That's weird.
So you do the sister fuckers around here.
You're tired of your tree. Fuck you in the ass. I asked you to find that plug, but I don't know if you can find that plug.
Oh, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Say it isn't
put
so.
it in there before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, sister fucker then. Every time Ben says sister fucker, just put that guy in.
Oh, you're gonna be putting that in here a lot because this guy, he'd creep me out. I was on to him.
Weird.
When she goes up into the attic, we can skip around because what the fuck's the point?
Night
When
five.
when she goes up into the attic and she's in her underwear, he's like standing behind her with the
Yes.
camera moving up and down.
Checking out her curves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. So I remember him the first time walking in where she comes out of the shower. She's coming out of the bathroom or something. That happens again. Walks in her naked.
She's in a tub.
He definitely walks in
That's
on her
right.
naked with the tub. Why did he go in there? I have notes on
I
it.
don't know.
We'll have to wait till.
What? I
next-
heard you screaming, sis.
Yeah, what's going on? You drowning? Oh, he does. He holds her too. I think in that scene.
Oh yeah.
What? Did she get attacked by the demon? In the water?
Maybe she's suffering from like the actual realizing that she's being raped by her brother and like having to cope.
Maybe. I'm telling you.
This is all
Also,
her.
This would make a better movie. Not
She-
that I want to watch a brother-sister rape movie, but
You
the
might.
plot would be better if there was something else going on.
She also doesn't know how to make oatmeal. She put the most,
She just
the
goes-
least amount of water you could possibly put in oatmeal.
Night
That would still just be powder. Like you'd be. I'm just saying.
5. Mom wakes up and says David gets out of the bed, goes to the living room, draws or writes something on paper, goes back to
So
bed.
bad.
In the morning, stuff right on the table. A backward C
And a U.
and a U upside down.
Which turns out to be half of an O.
And then they rewatch the tapes and the mom wrote on there.
What am I doing there? It's so bad.
The acting is a -2.
I feel
out of
like
10.
like Ellen and Sam, the women who played them, must have been like held at gunpoint throughout
That's
the
a-
entire movie.
I
they did
started-
not want to be there.
Well, I always wonder about these. Like these, are these? I mean, like aspiring actors. Who,
No way would you take this job if you were an aspiring actor.
I don't know. It's just so cringy to think these people like thought, okay, I'm gonna use this as a stepping stone into something else. Like this is bad.
I think I honestly
looked at the credits and they're still all like
none of them.
none of them.
Oh,
I mean, there's only 4 people in this movie,
Right.
but
I honestly feel like
There's
the one
4?
who played Sam.
with the paranormal investigator, who that guy was creepy as shit.
Where's that
He
guy?
looked like he was.
Oh,
ready
the
to-
doctor.
he
But
looked like
they
he,
fucking ruined that because he's there. He's like, I'm gonna take care of this. Next shot, he's dead. What the fuck?
yeah. I have. If we're jumping
Dr.
around.
Lauren, that's his name. He's on vacation a lot in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
For days.
So like, let's take that one plot point from Paranormal Activity and just run it through the entire movie.
What if
The
Joey
real-
left a message? He hasn't called me back yet. What do you want me to do? And then that weak ass excuse. Oh, you were really lucky you didn't leave. Could have been worse. Like what?
But they did leave first of all. Two
Yeah,
of them
no.
left.
That's much later. We're still on night 5.
No, we're jumping around. Because
She
that's
gets
what you
pressed
gotta,
down
you
by a
have to do
ghost.
that with this movie. You got to jump around.
Night 6. The door opens.
Oh my
Footsteps. Camera.
Is this when they're on the ceiling, or is that later?
That's probably about this night where the footprints are on the ceiling.
Yeah. There's footsteps.
It's-
That could be footprints.
This demon to me is fucking. He's way more of a dick than the other demon because he's fucking knocking over this guy's ashes, stepping in them, and then walking across the ceiling. What a douchebag!
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, that's definitely not that.
Because I think he's like, oh, you think, oh, I get it, you think I'm your dad. Oh, look at me, I'm your dad.
Nope, that's night 7. Night 7's a big night.
Did he take a dump on the
It's
ashes
a soccer
too?
style kick.
That's what he should.
He punches the thing, then he takes a shit on it. It's just, that'd be great.
Like, night 7 is
All
almost
kinds
a
of shit
chapter by
happens.
itself. The phone rings. The answer machine picks it up. The door knocks in Sam's room. Loud noises. Run. Shaky camera. The
Oh, yeah,
TV
this
cuts
is-
on. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen!
Yep.
Find footprints on the ceiling. In the morning, the phone rings. During all the chaos. At 6:36 in the morning, there's more dirty footprints they find. They find the cross under the bed.
That's it.
I can't read that.
Oh man,
The guy's still following the footprints.
that's when he finds the ashes.
Dad's ashes
Yep.
are the footprints. The urn was knocked over. The picture cracked.
This is what I mean. There's ideas in this that are like,
They listen
oh, wow,
to the
that's
answer
fucked up,
machine,
man.
and there's a bunch of moans.
Yeah.
It's executed poorly.
I mean, for
But-
ripping off another movie, they did change some things up enough to. The scares aren't exactly the lack thereof, but the scares aren't exactly the same.
Yeah, when the TV turns on, the phone starts ringing and shit like that. It's not scary. It's annoying. I mean,
Yeah, the demon is actually calling them
Is he?
on their landline.
Where do you think he's calling from? The payphone? The last payphone on earth?
Every evening about midnight he'd slip off alone and call the same lady on the paid telephone. It's me again, Margaret.
when I was 8, I asked my aunt. She asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said I wanted a Weird Al cassette.
She got me Ray Stevens.
She got me Ray Stevens.
Total thing to do, yeah. You don't want that. You want this. This is what I used to listen to.
Yeah, exactly.
What was out then? Dare to be Stupid, Bad Hair Day.
Alapalooza. I think.
Alapalooza.
That's the one I wanted.
You've never recovered. It's obvious.
Yeah, that's what made me what I am now. So I blame that.
Time to get out of there.
Ellen and Sam are like, we're going to a hotel, and Thomas is like, oh, you stay here. Put some bells up.
Can you play
Yeah.
Hell's Bells?
I have.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me, would this shot have been better when we see him putting the fishing line and the bell attached to it, and he clicks the bell to make sure we know, like, oh, it'll ring. After he puts the bell there and we see it, and like he clicks it, and it's a little dangle or whatever. He's walking away. Wouldn't that have been better if it just started ringing right then?
Like, there was a
Why
lot of
did
ways
that-
they could have made this
Yeah,
better.
it was just a lot of that kind of stuff where it was like, oh, you should have done this.
He gets, like, the last bell that he gets to, he gets far away from it, and he's waiting, and then it flies at him.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better to, like, stand over top of it, look down at it, and it moves while you're standing right
Yeah.
there. That would have been fucked up, but
You don't need, like,
It's like
doesn't
they
need to be
don't-
thrown at you.
they have, like I said, they have good ideas executed shittily, like, really terribly.
Night 8 is where I have questions.
Okay.
Because, like, this is the night he's there by himself.
Okay. It's like, what night is this?
Like, he's getting attacked by the demon.
That's when it's hitting the bells and everything.
Yeah. And then Mom calls,
He's getting attacked by the...
and they're getting attacked by a demon in the
So he's in
hotel.
two
Where
different
is this?
places?
Yeah, there are two demons? Is this,
Come home.
did he
Come
split up?
home. Just come home.
Girls come back home. Sam was attacked. Something pressing her arm, drug her off the bed.
Yeah, well, we don't want to show that, though, right? In a horror
We're
movie
just
where
gonna talk
nothing's
about
happening,
it.
we don't want to show
No.
it.
Your brother was attacking you.
I think he waits under her bed at night.
Mm-hmm.
That night, Thomas wakes up and is apparently just going to go check on his sister and rape her. And-
Night 13, yeah.
But she's not there.
Sis, you awake?
So then he goes upstairs into the attic where she's standing there and he leers at her for a while. And she's
cold.
just kind of in a trance. And he's like, "You're cold, I'll warm you up."
And he pulls out his penis.
Oh. He wanted to.
He did. That didn't really happen, but he thought about it.
So, this is when he finds out that Maron was written. So he asks the previous homeowners, if anybody like that lived there, and they said no. And this is when he barges in on his sister in the bathroom.
Sam in tub screaming, nude, boobs, and then he hugs her, and then it like cuts away.
And then he's like, nobody needs to see
As
this.
the door shuts. Bam, chicken, bam, bam.
So wrong.
It's terrible. Mom on the phone with the doctor.
Doctor.
Tom checks
Burp.
on Sam. She's got bruises on her legs. Mom hits the floor. Night 16. Door opens in Ellen's room.
Did you just download the script for your notes? Is that
She
what you
walks
did?
out to the living room.
Yeah, it's not, I'm like,
grabs a
you're
knife.
reading this like it's the script. Probably is.
It
actually.
probably is the script.
Nope, just my notes. It was hard to write shit because
That's what I thought too.
It was so
yeah.
boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like I started and I just kind of went. So
I quit with the notes.
My nights keep getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Night 7 was a big night, and then it progressively gets.
Couldn't
So-
have been that big.
at some point here, the mom slits her wrist.
Thank God, we were all waiting for that, right?
Yeah, get her out of the movie. Thank
I
you.
mean, she caused all this.
Yeah, it's her fault. So no wonder the
How did
dad
the dad die?
in a car accident.
accident.
But I feel like car accident might be
He drove it
wrecking
off
your
a
car.
cliff.
Yeah.
My son loves his sister.
God, my family.
I think we're coming up with a far better movie than what they have. So now they finally get a hold of the doctor, and
This guy's so creepy. He looks like he wants to tag team
yeah,
the guy's sister with her brother.
he scooches in closer to her. He's like, the demon, he wants to fuck you. He's not alone.
Trying to lick me.
The
Gives the
demon-
brother a high five.
The
He's
demon-
doing that.
So this is when we find out that Maron is nightmare. It's the same thing as a succubus, which rapes women, and
It's
this
a
thing wants
yeah.
to have sex with Sam.
It's a man raping demon.
Mhm.
What's the difference between that and the men experiencing what they call the old hag syndrome, where someone's sitting on your chest?
That comes from from paralysis, right? Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, but I thought it was called a succubus. There's two. There's the succubus and a something.
I think we've all had an old hag once or
Incubus?
twice.
Oh, because of
Incubus
the
and
music
succubus.
group.
No, not because of the...
That
That seems like something you listen to, Weaver.
Yeah.
Out of any one three of us, you are the only one that would know an Incubus song.
No, there's. Aren't they a group?
Yeah, they're... Oh, now Ben's like, oh, I gotta get as far away from this as I
Wait, you
can.
like Incubus?
No, I know there was a music group called Incubus.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you what they sang, or I assumed they took the name.
Drive, pardon me.
Pardon me, that would be the only song. I didn't know that it was them, but that's the only
Then
song I know that they've
Hoobastank
heard.
came along and ripped them off and made it
Ugh.
even worse. Like, it was...
They sing The Reason.
And that's such a bad song.
I'm sure that you sung it once, though.
Nope. I sang an Incubus song at karaoke, but I was severely drunk, and I'm like, I know that
That's
one.
so embarrassing.
Me singing it all is fucking
Me
embarrassing.
and White Gold sung Karma Chameleon karaoke
Oh,
together
that
once.
would've been- I think I was not there for that one.
And
I was there when you sang.
And-
What was the Poison song you sang? Not the Dewdrop.
was that me and Tracy?
Yeah, I think it was you.
I think we sung
It was like.
Talk Dirty to Me.
Yeah, it was Talk Dirty too.
Yeah, me and Tracy Geibel.
I sang, what is it?
She could actually
Flirting
sing,
with-
though. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah,
just had
she's
to be
a-
like.
Her whole family, I think, has a good
sang
voice.
Flirting with Disaster at a redneck.
Molly Hatchet.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's because the guy before you guys.
That was a real redneck.
Yeah, he got up there by himself. Just this person you never would expect to
Mhm.
do karaoke gets up there and he sings "Ogie from Muskogee." Just he words it out, doesn't sing it. He just words it. It was, oh my!
Oh man, I forgot. That was when we were like, I was 21 and could barely even drink.
Yeah,
That's when we drank Yingling together. And now I hate it. I can't drink it.
It's still my go-to for how cheap it is. All right, let's end this bitch.
St. Pauli girl, she's hot. Look how many beers. Let's talk about how many beers she can hold again. She's got 6. You could probably put 3 on her chest.
Yep.
That's 9 beers. Good for her.
She found her niche in life. Okay, so this fucking makes no sense. The demonologist goes, I'll take care of it. Cuts to black. Comes back.
He goes
his
check
face
Sam's
is on the
room.
floor.
They got no money.
Yeah, they probably have this great plan where all this shit happens and they're like, no, just cut to him dead.
What? Marin is German for nightmare. I'm sorry, it's not Latin. I don't want to
German.
misinform our fans.
Our one fan happens to know Latin and goes, that's bullshit.
I don't want people calling
He's
me
researching right now. I cannot find this
Latin.
word.
Latin. Latin. Nope. That's not adding up.
So now we hear, somewhere in the from the distance, we hear Thomas panicking, freaking out. He runs in and grabs the camera, but why? Like, Sam's hovering in the air getting raped, right? And he's like, no, Sam! No!
Not without me.
As he's masturbating with
Yeah.
one hand and filming with
You
the
just hear-
other.
This is where he finally makes the deal with the demon.
Oh, yeah.
Let me have
He's
this
like,
one,
let's have a
baby."
threesome.
So he runs off, and then something else is holding the camera, I guess? So maybe there is more than one demon?
The demon's filming him fucking
Himself?
her.
Yeah.
Did he run with the tripod in one arm and the camera in the other? Set it up real quick.
Nobody knows what's going on in the last 5 minutes of this movie, except the doctor's dead.
That's all I can gather out of this. So somehow, because of all of this, Thomas goes to jail for raping and
Sister fucking.
killing his sister.
As you should.
Mm. So then he kills himself, and then later the mom kills herself. So everybody's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
What?
I'm glad we
So-
killed all these characters off.
Dumpster fire of a movie.
I wanna. So Asylum films. Did they peg themselves as I mean, I know it's not trauma, but like that type of. Oh, we're just gonna make really bad movies.
They are
These
responsible.
traumas are kind of entertaining.
They are responsible for the Sharknadoes.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Are
what
they
they
associated
do.
with like sci-fi? Because I associate those types of movies with
Transmorphers is.
And some of those
So-
shark movies, I'm
Shark
sure
you-
you named it.
yeah.
Oh, there's one of those
Platypus shark
movies.
versus Godzilla
I
shark.
forget what the first animal is, but the second animal is a whale wolf.
Did you ever see Santa Shark or Santa Claus or Santa
No,
Jaws? It was Santa Jaws.
Oh my god.
It wore a fucking hat. It wore a fucking Santa hat in the water. It had lights wrapped around its fins.
It's Sharktopus versus whale wolf.
Oh, it's on land. I thought it was gonna
Oh my
swim.
2015. I bet it turns into a wolf and it can go on land,
And then it can also be.
and then has to be in the water for it to be a whale.
Oh man.
But
Did anybody give this any points?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go with Cobra first.
This movie was really bad acted, and it's worse than Paranormal Activity, and I gave that like a 4. So this is terrible. It's terrible. There were boobs. It was uncomfortable
that
boobs.
actually
Yeah.
makes it at least 1.
Yeah.
It's really
This movie gets a
uncomfortable.
1.5 for
If it-
trying and for having boobs.
If Cobra's giving this a bad score with boobs, you know the boobs are uncomfortable. If he's saying they're uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a brother filming his sister and his mother and a demon that's rapey, and the brother's rapey, and it's all gross rapey
Really rapey.
in this movie. It gets a 1.5 because it tried. They could have did stuff with the answering machine, like if the demon actually left like a
talked.
so yeah, said something like I'm gonna rape your sister.
You can get a hold of me at this number.
Thomas, your sister's on.
It was just bad. Everyone knows it was bad. Weaver, thanks for
If
another
the demon,
terrible pick.
If the demon would have, I don't know if demons are all knowing, but it would have been funny if the demon brought up stuff from Thomas's past. Like, I remember when you looked at your sister when you were 8 years old, and have Thomas like, oh God, he knows. So 1.5 you gave it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Ben?
I'm usually overly kind to movies. You know this.
Well, I know that you said you almost didn't finish this. So that's not a good sign.
It's just, it's not even so bad it's good. Like,
No,
those
no.
movies you can throw on with, like, some people that, friends over just drinking and usually can have a good time with those movies. This movie's just, it's so bad.
Yeah,
The acting,
that's the problem with your
the
picks.
writing.
They're so bad, they're bad.
And I can't even say,
I
like,
can't disagree with this one.
I can't even be like, wow, they had a lot of really good stuff. It was just lack of budget that caused. No, like, it's just, I don't know why Paranormal Activity was so much more entertaining to me than this. With pretty much the same budget. I just, 0. I'll never watch it
That's
again.
okay.
I would
Okay.
never recommend it to anybody. And like Cover said, it's uncomfortable with
Yeah.
the whole sister, the incestual
Yeah, not
part of this
good.
that they're even remotely hinting at.
They do hint at it. They right off the bat.
Well, they
off the
they
get-go.
tell you.
Yeah, they tell you raped his sister.
Yeah.
That's in your head the whole time, and they don't ever take it away because
Nope.
he's filming her
Well-
in her underwear in the bathroom.
Also, when they do that, they put the little, whatever you call them at the beginning, the block words that telling you a bit about the
Mhm.
what you're going to be watching and stuff like that.
Epilogue.
They put more.
Prologue.
They put like a whole screen's worth of.
You have to pause it and read the whole fucking
Yeah,
thing.
and it
It's
was like they're
ridiculous.
telling us more
It's like
there
the court
because
documents.
they didn't have money to
Yeah.
film most of what they're telling you. And,
Yep.
it's just bad. Are they still putting out movies?
Wait,
Asylum, yeah.
Are they?
Still.
I have a question
There's
for you.
4 of these.
I have a
Four of
question for
these.
you.
What is the? I
Would
mean,
you rather watch Scarlet Fry or Paranormal Entity?
I'd probably rather watch Scarlet Fry just because
It's
It's
little
so
where
bad,
movies
it's so bad,
broken
it's-
up.
That
break
at least
up.
is so bad it's good.
No.
They film what
They
they
try-
think, even if it looks like shit.
Yeah, but they're having fun.
They are,
know
but
what
we
they're-
weren't.
No, but they know what they're.
That's the problem.
They know what they're putting out.
We need to be having fun along.
This trying to
This
take
is
itself
bad.
seriously. And
But no, you can't say that it's trying to take itself seriously because it in itself is like a parody company.
It's not a parody company. They're just trying to. They're a cash making company.
Yeah.
Is what they are.
If
Anything they can get.
if
they'll
they can
get.
make this for 11 and they get $20,000 total that they've made off of it, that's a win.
I bet they got more than that. Weaver bought the goddamn thing.
It was $1. I
That
got
was
it at the
too
used
much.
movie store. All right. I gave this a 2. There are a lot of ideas here that don't get used properly. There are a lot of good ideas that I just don't think they know how to capitalize on. The money also did not help. Maybe putting that extra $4,000 in could have helped a scene here or there. But no, yeah, you're like, it might have been longer, John. You don't want that.
What are you staring at?
I think they could remake Cropsy or The Burning and it'd be like a really good movie.
Oh, maybe. I remember writing that this had better scares than some of the sequels of Paranormal Activity.
When did you write this?
2009.
So it was right
2010?
after watching it.
Yeah.
Right after it came out. Okay.
Yeah.
Jason Huggins. Like candy.
You're like, I so don't fucking care about this movie.
I'm sorry, Weaver. Go. This was your
No,
pick.
it's
I'm sorry.
fine.
I'd like to hear all the good
I
things you have
can't
to say
defend
about it.
picking it. Like, I could try to defend the other ones. I think the other ones that I've picked had merits. This
Sure.
one has no merits.
I don't know. You're walking a tight line of
This one
not
had
being allowed.
Marins, though.
It had Miron or whatever.
You're walking a tight line of possibly not being allowed to.
What's really funny is, like, I edit the show, but, like, I'm not going to be on it anymore.
No, no.
You're not gonna be allowed to pick movies.
You guys come
either.
over to my house,
We'll
you
do-
guys record it, and then I'll fucking
We'll-
put it together.
We'll do the picking.
If we have to put you on leave for 2 weeks for these terrible picks.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's 4 of these, too.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
like Exorcist
Yeah.
3, it was okay, but it just
I
wasn't
think
very
it was
good.
So-
better acted than this.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'd rather watch Exorcist 3 than this.
absolutely.
So
But-
there's Paranormal Entity 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, they have different
they-
names, but they are direct sequels to this.
They're the same characters. Or their names are at least thrown around in them.
In all of them, they reference what happened in the last one. They're like, a family was...
Oh,
and the
God.
brother was blamed for the rape.
This keeps happening.
Yeah.
This guy fucked his sister too.
So this demon follows them, but why? Do we know why? Because the mom tried to contact her dad, and a sex demon came instead. Did they even touch it? And, like,
They
what's
don't even
going
try
on?
to... They bring in
No.
that psychiatrist at the very end. He just says, oh, it's trying to have sex with her, but I'll stop it. That's the only information he gives. So, no,
Nice
they don't
guy.
even try to explain this at all. And, again, like, they took some of the basic... It hits the same beats as Paranormal Activity. Girl goes out, stands in one place and is, like, cold. Demonologist won't come over to the house, then does
They do
come
so
over to
much
the house.
better with Paranormal Activity.
I know, they do. Like, this kind of gives you, like, a little bit more appreciation for what they did, because this is... They show things, even though they're little things, like people complain that, like, oh, a door shuts, or a cabinet opens, whoop-de-doo, but, like, still, compared to this,
They utilize sound better, I guess.
they have a demon voice in this that's her calling out for Thomas. They have it, like, 2 or 3 times, but it leads to nothing.
Yeah.
So,
It's just, even when there is, like, a loud...
Doesn't
it's
he
'cause they're
go
all-
look for his sister outside?
yes.
And we didn't talk about that. For like 5 minutes, he's outside looking at trees and a plant.
It's cold.
What an asshole.
So, maybe it's because in this movie, when you have a couple, you can have them in the same room at night.
hmm
With the sister and a brother, you could. It's just
Also,
frowned
I think,
upon.
like,
He was under that bed.
They're all spread out throughout the house, so maybe that doesn't help either.
you get to have, like, kind of a connection with the characters in the first one, especially Katie, not so much Mika, but
Yeah.
Katie you start to, like, feel bad for.
He's funny though, at least.
Yeah, and
like
Mika does do some pretty funny shit.
Thomas
like when
is
he's
just-
yelling at the
he's
demon
funny.
and shit.
Oh, he's
But
fine.
these people, I don't give a fuck about these people at all. I feel bad for the sister for getting raped by her brother, but other than that, I don't care about these people, so...
yeah.
Have you guys ever seen The Entity?
Is
Yeah.
that the 80s movie?
Yeah.
No, I've heard it's like
It's a rapey
uncomfortable.
demon, too.
Yeah, I've
she gets,
heard
like, attacked on the bed.
I've heard it's uncomfortable as hell to watch.
Yeah.
It is.
But when it's happening, it's like bop 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 while she's getting raped.
Oh my god! Like they just
The
pump a bunch of bass
music,
into it.
yeah, the music just gets real like bop bop. This is loud.
That's the
Thrusts.
ghost dick. That's the sound of the ghost dick.
Yeah, it is. And that movie was better than this. That ghost dick was better than this movie.
All right, well,
That's it. If you want to get a hold of us, I'm sorry, everybody. But, well, I'm sorry, you two, I guess. Not so much everybody else. Nobody's ever seen this, and nobody ever will search it out. So, if you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting, horrorcastings@gmail.com. We're on Twitter @horrorcasting. Shows on Podbean.
Is he a demon?
Find out next week. We're on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube.
Throw me!